Okay, take two. Okay, let's test this out. Check, check. Test mic, test mic. Sounds good, sounds good. Hello, hello. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is my second ever video. I'm really excited. I'm recording right now during golden hour. It's a wonderful time to record and a wonderful time to really feel myself and to kind of enjoy the process of the entire thing. So I really like this. But anyways, hello guys. Welcome back. And today I want to have this video be talking about a very near and dear topic to my heart. Finding purpose in what you do. Now, in quarantine right now, where I am and where most of us are right now, it can be quite boring, to do literally anything. I find myself and a whole lot of other people that I know taking time to just kind of laze around and generally do not the most productive things in life. And this extends much beyond quarantine. I'm just using that as an example to currently connect. And it doesn't have to be this way. There's always something fun and something prolific and productive to do, no matter what state of life you're in or what you're trying to do. And it's up to us to kind of change our mindset to kind of think about that sort of stuff. For instance, right now that's right. So last video, I promised to show you guys my setup. Now, I don't think you can see too much of it, but as you can see, I have a microphone now, and that's really cool. I learned how to record audio a little bit better, so that's also really cool. And I have a whole bunch of other stuff. My setup's not completed yet, but when everything gets here, which should probably be in another half month or so, I'll show you guys, and I think it's really cool and really exciting. But yeah, for me, that's how I've been passing my time, and that's how I've been being productive. Right, back on the topic. Finding purpose in what you do. Now, I want to relate this in quarantine because there's a lot of things that people do that aren't really productive. Watching Netflix, binging anime series, kind of, lazing around on your phone, scrolling through social media pages and everything. And while there's nothing inherently wrong with that, I just want to take this time to kind of highlight the things that are more productive in a certain way, maybe not for everyone, but at least stuff that's worked for me. I want to bring this a little bit more outside of just talking about quarantine and about life as well. So currently I am 21 years old. I just turned 21 like a week or two ago, middle of May. And I wanted to highlight this because I feel like it's very relevant in my current life status right now, my current state of mind. I think about this a lot. During high school, growing up, we talk about what we want to do a lot, and we always get asked, what is it that you want to be when you grow up? And most people, as high schoolers and stuff like that, we don't really think about this stuff too much. We more or less kind of just say whatever maybe first comes to our mind, whatever we like doing. We kind of mistaken purpose and what a deeper, soulfully fulfilling meaning as to what we like. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's that's the beginning of a journey, a long journey of discovery and everything like that. So that's really cool too. But when you get a little bit older, past high school, and you start majoring in things in college, in stuff that you think you like and stuff that you discover that you like, things become a little bit different, That's why a lot of people switch majors so much in the first couple of years of college. We think we like one thing, and then we find out that, oh no, I don't want to necessarily do this for the rest of my life, or that we feel like we can, but it's not going to be worth it, or there's just a whole bunch of other things that can come up, financial costs and all that stuff. I don't want to talk about that stuff. Finding purpose in what you do can be literally anything. Growing up, I wouldn't say I found my purpose in life until recently. And even recently, I still don't know. I still don't know. Future me may look at this and be like, what in the world was he thinking? Absolutely not. However, current me, with my current limited brand of knowledge right now, without hindsight or retrospection or anything like that, thinks that this is a really cool thing. It's very progressive. It's helping me grow, and this is the stuff that I like to do, whether it be posting videos, piano, talking to other people, psychology, yada yada. A lot of people have told me that as you grow older, you change your thoughts and your life experiences impact you in a lot of more significant ways than you might think. And I think that's largely true. But what they don't tell you is that it can often be accompanied by varying degrees of dread and purposelessness and soulful restlessness, listlessness, Christmas listlessness. Yeah, and that's something that I feel like if that goes unaddressed for too long for different people, it can lead them down different paths that they may not want to go down. So that's why I'm addressing this in this video. Maybe if it'll get out to one person who needs to hear it, that'd be really, really cool. So whether it's finding purpose in your job, whatever that may be, that's a wonderful pursuit to have. And you can start it right now, If you're stuck in a dead-end job or you're stuck in a place that you don't want to be, there's no need to kind of wallow in that state of mind. I know it may be hard, maybe really, really hard, especially when other people around you are affecting you, But that doesn't mean that they can affect your inside, your core, which is what I'm trying to talk about. All these things about finding purpose and all this solace that eventually comes to people comes from the core, comes from within, and it grows outwards. And I think that's a beautiful thing that most people are trying to do, myself included. I'm still trying to find that perfect balance of coming out from within. For jobs, it can be really difficult, but jobs have a lot of opportunities. If you're working in a job that allows you to have a lot of contact with other people, you can find purpose and meaning in human interaction. That's one of the things I think is most wonderful and beautiful about life, that we can talk to each other and share ideas and have all these great revelations when talking to other people, and being able to pass down knowledge and experiences in that sort of way. And I feel like that's very, very purposeful, and it's very, very intentional. Oh no, golden hour is fading. Come back, sun. You need your ways of warmth. That's okay. So that's one way. That's one way of doing it, having purpose and finding that in your job. It can be from the littlest of things. If you go to your job and there's a janitor there or something like that, if you work at a school, I don't know why my mind's jumping to school, it's probably because I'm still in school. If your job consists of you interacting with those kind of people, then maybe saying hi, a simple smile and a wave, maybe asking them how their day is going, trying to brighten up someone else's day, a little bit apart from yourself. I think that's also a very noble pursuit. They say that you get most when you give the most, and I truly believe in that quote. So I feel like doing that and finding ways to do that, no matter what kind of situation you're in, would kind of, be ideal. And if you're able to turn yourself and your situation around because of that, I don't think anyone in the world could ask for more, That's not necessarily to say that doing a little act of kindness will equate to finding purpose and everything like that, but it adds a little bit more fun and joy, and it sparks up, your eyes a little. And I think that's the most benefit that you can have from within. That spark is what incites bigger and bigger and changes in your life. Passion. Let's talk about passion. Passion is a very, very wonderful and yet interesting thing to talk about, because it's different for every single person, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful, and I can't express to you how much beauty and joy comes from doing or finding passion in what you do. Passion and purpose almost go hand in hand because they're just so intertwined and interrelated. One thing almost inevitably leads to the other. But being passionate in what you do and finding passion is quite often maybe just as hard of a task, on the opposite flip side of the coin. Yeah, I'd say so. But that's okay, because just like you can change your attitude from within about purpose, passion, I feel like, could be the very same thing. Could be for certain people. I'll give you an example for myself. For me, no, the movie recorded stopped automatically. Okay, take 3. We are going to do this a third time. Tested the audio, and as you can see, the wonderful, wonderful, dazzling, glorious golden hour of the days have now gone and passed, but that's wonderful, and that's okay. Now I'm actually able to test out the lighting situation. I actually purchased a strip of 25 feet LED lights, and I've hung them up on my wall right behind this camera, and I think the lighting looks pretty good. Back to where we left off. Now, I'm going to give you a personal anecdote of how I'm able to define passion in my life. So personally, passion was more like a foreign term to me as I was growing up. I kind of I kind of characterize myself much more as like a jack of all trades than an actual person who is very passionate about one specific thing and hone that thing to the very sharpest edge. For me, it was not like that at all, actually. It was much more of a, oh yeah, you know, I kind of like this, let me try this. I kind of like that, let me try that. Oh, you know, this is pretty cool. I'm kind of good at this. Not so good at that. That's okay, you know. And I kind of had this kind of carefree attitude towards most things. But now, that being said, recently, in the last maybe two-ish years, I can finally say that I've come into like a passionate stance of my own, which, you know, passion now to me being music and piano in particular. I have, you know, an entire story that I can probably tell you in another time about how I got introduced to music and how I, you know, got introduced to piano and everything like that. But for right now, I'm going to use it as an example to say how I use it and how it influences my daily output and my daily life viewpoints on certain things. So for me, nowadays, I consume a lot more video content online than I did when I was younger. So I feel like that really enhances the intake that kind of fuels the passion. You know, if I see a lot of other people do that, it kind of gives me a little bit more of a drive to do such things myself. A little dangerous thing to go against that would be comparison. Comparison is a little bit dangerous, but again, another topic for another video. Just try not to compare yourself too much to what you see online, and remember that progress is a personal goal and it's a personal journey. So, piano, I've played it for probably around 9-10 years now. I think I mentioned in the first video as well. And it's always been there, you know. It's not like I lost the skills or anything like that. I played it for a good 5 years when I was younger, from when I was like 8 to 13 years old. And then at that time I started high school and I really had to cut back due to extracurriculars and grades and all that stuff. But after I graduated high school, I went to college, I re-picked it up, met a couple people who were also interested in that, and yeah, it's kind of grown so much more. And now that I have a more developed mindset and a deeper attitude about these kind of things, it means a lot more to me. That's the thing, right? That's the wonderful nature of revisiting things. Like, you can be so disinterested and have such a different attitude about a certain topic, but once you revisit it and you have a different mindset, you let it time to grow, you let yourself have time to grow, to breathe, to change your attitude, then you can 100% change your disposition to the subject or object as a whole, and maybe rediscover passion or purpose within it. And I think that's a beautiful and wonderful thing. So kind of, yeah, I guess that was a little bit messy, but you know, to kind of sum it all up, purpose, passion, I feel like they're very intertwined. I feel like they both have played a marvelous role in my own development as I'm growing. I'm currently growing right now, and I feel like they can help anyone, because it's something that anyone and everyone will probably try to discover in their lives, and it's a wonderful journey of self-discovery. You know, not everyone will rush at their personal journeys at the same speed. Some people might take it at a nice slow canter, other people might be running full-on sprint-wise. I know I was much more of the former group than the latter, but nevertheless, I believe that we're all heading towards the same direction, and that this kind of mindset, if we're able to have an open mind about these things, can definitely help us grow. And I feel like that's probably going to end up as a theme of my channel, to help you grow. I would like to say as always, but being that this is only my second video filmed, it's a little bit it's a little bit weird, but you know, I hope you grow. Once again, I hope you grow, and thanks for watching, I guess, to the end, kind stranger, and I'll see you next time. Bye.